my Jackie file over the years. It's not an HR file, it's my Jackie story file where I was saving up for this moment, and now I have to do it in under a minute. So I'm going to talk super fast. I think most people think of Jackie Davis as the knitting lady, and I share this first because I think it really symbolizes who she is as a person. So while we're all kicking in $10 for baby gifts over the years, or $20, whatever, she is investing thousands of dollars and countless hours knitting these beautiful, elaborate baby sweaters and blankets and booties that are gorgeous. And to me, it really represents who she is. She's selfless, generous, creative, and fun, especially for those who she cares about. And we fall into that category here, and I'm just so grateful. In fact, I think it's why we really consider her, and I consider her more family than just colleague. It's why over the years, she's been the first person I've shared some of my happiest news with and some of my saddest news. And while I'll miss her so much, I can also tell you that Jackie likely won't submit a speech, and since she's done so much for me, I'm going to go over my 1 minute and tell you what I think she would say if she was giving a speech, which is, first of all, that I was the best principal that she ever worked with, way lower maintenance than my predecessor. She would tell you she'll miss her colleagues, removing the peanut butter cups from the Halloween candy donations, PTO dinners, and being taller than most of the fifth graders. She will not miss the ADSIS report, lice checks, begging for subs, lunch detention, or parents who bring in rats or therapy vacuums. And yes, that has happened. So Jackie, enjoy this perpetual snow day, and please stop the snow dance. Look at what you've done. We'd like to go back to work in the fall, but it won't be the same without you. We love you.
Laurie Gillan, congratulations on your retirement. I'm out here on the water because I thought fittingly, when we think of your retirement, we hope you're making time to get out there with Bud and fish like you enjoy so much. When I think of one word that captures the trait that you practiced all the time at Mount Westonka High School, it's selflessness. Staff always knew they could count on you. And when it came to family, you always put time aside for staff's children. And when things came up, you were always there for staff members in a pinch. You did this because family matters. And most recently, you became a grandma. Congratulations, what a way to start your retirement. When I asked how you were doing about 4 to 6 months ago, before you retired, you said, "I'm ready to leave the job, but not the people." Well, Miss Gillen, you don't have much choice in that. This staff will be with you throughout retirement, and they don't want you to be a stranger. Congratulations. Thank you for everything you did on behalf of the entire staff at Mount Westonka High School. Be well. We can't wait to see you again soon.
Hi, everybody. Retirement has been great. A little stressful with the pandemic, but I have plenty to do. And little Peyton Ann was born just last Friday, and we love her to pieces. So that's what I'm gonna do for retirement. Take care, Peyton. Thanks for everything. Bye.
Greetings. I have the pleasure of talking about Jim Halverson. Jimmy is just an amazing person. 90 seconds or so doesn't do it justice. There are so many stories that we could talk about. His sense of humor was just absolutely amazing. In fact, for the longest time, I'd ask him, how many years have you taught? And he'd give me a different number every time, just because it was funny for him. It was funny too for me, but I could never trust which number it actually was. I'll just say 30 plus years of teaching at Westonka. First and foremost, I need to say that he's just a great human being. If you've ever been around him, if you've talked to him inside of school, outside of school, he's the same guy. He's a fun guy. He's a smart guy. He is really, truly a great human being. He's also, and I think this goes to his playing days from years ago, he's a great teammate. There wasn't anything, I would ask him to do things and he would say, yep, how do I do it? What do you want? He would get details. He would want to do that. He'd want to be helpful. He was so flexible with his teammates and the specialists, doing what they would ask him to do and willing to volunteer and willing to support, willing to help, whatever it took. He definitely is just a fantastic teammate. Major contributions to the growth and the lives of the kids in our district, as not only their PE teacher for 30 plus years, but also coaching for so many years, and had a huge impact. And I've run across many people who have had Jim as a coach and talk about Halver as their coach and the impact that he had on them, and the support and the help that he played and provided in their youth and growing up. And again, that sense of humor was just absolutely amazing. He really is one of a kind, and I was so happy and blessed to be a part of just the last few years of his career and his lives. But congratulations, Jim. You are an awesome human being, fantastic educator, and there's so many people out there that know that you played a major part in their lives. Congratulations.
Lissa Harvey has been a paraprofessional in Westonka schools for 20 years. The quote by Barbara Coloroso, I think, embodies Lissa. Encouraging a child means that one or more of the following critical life messages are coming through, either by word or by action. I believe in you. I trust you. I know you can handle this. You are listened to. You are cared for. You are very important to me. Lissa Harvey received the Westonka Way Award in May of 2019. Some of the comments of nominators: she provides guidance and a wealth of knowledge to students and other staff within the building. Lissa works because she loves the kids and is genuinely excited to come to work each day. If everyone came to school with her attitude and approach, the world would be an amazing place. Other comments about Lissa: the classiest woman I know. She has always treated everyone with respect and kindness beyond measure. In February, Lissa was called to jury duty and she was put on a capital murder case. She sent an email to the department lead and asked that she send a message to some of her students. Here's what Lissa said to some of them. "Kay, miss you, girl. Check those folders. Are you keeping your stuff organized all on your own? Hope so. Get caught up and show me what you're made of. You can do this. Hi to G. Life can be so wonderful. Stay awake and dig in so it doesn't pass you by. Miss seeing you." These are just a few messages that Lissa sent to students she cared about. She's made such a difference in the lives of so many. I wish Lissa Harvey all the best and having a wonderful retirement.
Hi guys. Well, we all know that schools are supposed to be a place of learning. Well, heaven knows I've learned a lot in the last 20 years from all of you. One of the things that I learned in speech class is that a quote is supposed to be a really good place to start a speech. And I have one I want to share with you guys. It reads, "The things that matter most in our lives are not fantastic or grand. They are moments when we touch one another." Well, I can tell you I've been touched by a lot of people here at Mount Westonka High School. Not only the kids that have touched me in so many ways, especially the ones that were more needy than others, but with all of you. Krista was there, through some of my tears when I lost my husband. So many years later, there were the young gals at lunch that laughed with me as they knew I was starting to date again. We've had so many frustrations, challenges, successes over the years, but what would they be if we didn't have each other to share them with? So it's been a pretty special time for me, and I want to thank you all. You've taught me so much. I think I was a pretty good student. I think the math teachers in particular will tell you that I probably was in there working the hardest. But I've enjoyed every minute of it, and I'd like to say goodbye and thank you. Thank you very much for all those great memories. Bye-bye.
Julie Jensen has been a paraprofessional working in the activities department and has been doing after-school tutoring in Westonka for 28 years. She joined the team in 1991. I have two quotes that I think represent Julie well. Humor is the affectionate communication of insight, Leo Roston. A well-developed sense of humor is the pole that adds balance to your steps as you walk through the tightrope of life, William Arthur Ward. Comments about Julie. Julie has good insights about students that enabled her to help them achieve their goals. Her sense of humor is enjoyed by staff and students. She's fun to be around. Another person said this, "Without a doubt, my students and I would not have made it without Julie's sense of humor, calm nature, and ability to meet people where they were at and connect with them instantly." Another commenter, "You always could help me keep everything in perspective, give me a positive or funny comment, and made school fun. Thank you for your advice, help, and Kleenexes." Julie has been such an important member of our activities department, always available, even on very short notice, willing to work outside in the wind and rain. And I'm not kidding about the wind. There were many times chasing after money that was blowing all over the place inside of the stadium ticket booth and laughing hysterically. Love that. Another commenter, "I really think you are that Energizer bunny that always shows up whenever there is a Mound Westonka event. I really admire that. The ticket offices will never be the same. Thanks for caring for our students with online learning and your after-school tutoring. Bearing the load with them as they headed toward graduation. Cheerleader exemplar." Last comment, "Most of all, Julie has been a great friend, someone that I laugh with every time we're together. She's funny, empathetic, and reliable. You couldn't ask for more from a colleague or a friend. She's irreplaceable." Congratulations on a wonderful career, Julie. Wishing you a fabulous retirement.
Hi Mary, I just wanted to wish you a happy retirement. Thank you for all of your dedication and hard work. You deserve the best retirement ever. Enjoy this new journey in your life and cherish every moment and have fun with those grandkids. Thank you for your time and service in Westonka and for all that you did for the families and students that received your services. Hope you've had a great year. Thank you.
Hey Sherry, it's Mach from Hilltop, wishing you a wonderful retirement. Thank you for all of your years of service at Hilltop. You are always an amazing ray of sunshine every day. You are missed, the kids miss you, and we appreciate that you still keep coming back to volunteer and help out and to sub whenever we need you to. Hope you had a great year of retirement so far. Bye.
Gary Rannow. They asked us to do a video on behalf of your retirement, so I thought this would be a good idea to show you how much respect we have for you. I just want to say two things about the time that I've worked with you, and one of them is I liked all the back and forth that you and I had between our sports team from Wisconsin and Minnesota, and two, your dedication towards picking out the trash on a regular basis when the students would throw it in the wrong bins. That takes true dedication. I appreciate it. Enjoy your retirement and have a good time. Anybody else?
Happy retirement.
Happy retirement, Gary.
Hey.
Gary, I'm taking this crazy video. This is Randy. Happy retirement. Hope everything goes well for you. See ya.
Well, Meredith, after a number of years in the Bloomington School District and 12 years as our special ed director, you have decided to call it a career. And we are so thankful for your service to the Westonka community. For the 80 staff that you represent and over 400 students, you have done so many positive things. From bringing programs like Transition Plus back into our district to initiating Setting 3 programs and parent advisory committees. So many wonderful efforts. We're also so blessed of how you've navigated the legalities of special ed, the different reviews from the state. When we think about the challenges that you have endured, it's always been with the spirit of our students and the care and well-being. I will most appreciate those quiet moments that no one knew about and that you passionately tried to improve their services. Thank you, Meredith, for what you've done for Westonka.
To laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the beauty in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition. To know that one life has breathed easier because you lived here, this is to have succeeded. Ralph Waldo Emerson. This is my favorite quote, and I have tried to live my life by it. I have always started retirement comments with quotes for other staff, so I did one for myself. I started out getting my master's degree in communication disorders in 1978. Got a job as a speech-language pathologist in Bloomington and started out with due process paperwork that was literally a half sheet of paper, parents signing a form that said, "I give permission for my child to receive special education." Things have changed. I was a speech-language pathologist in preschool all the way through high school, many buildings. I was the lead for speech-language hearing department for 10 years and also led up a committee and did training for cultural, linguistic, diverse students needing special ed evaluations. It was a great 30 years in Bloomington. I also volunteered quite a bit with the Minnesota Speech-Language Hearing Association. I served as co-president. I testified to the Board of Teaching. I've testified to the Minnesota legislature, and I even got to go to Washington, D.C. and meet with congressional staffers about important legislation that we wanted to promote. That was a great experience. I highly encourage people to volunteer in their state professional associations. In 2007, I went back to school, got my specialist degree and my director of special education license. And I was lucky enough in 2008 to be hired as the director of special services in Westonka schools. This was the capstone of my career. Very grateful for this opportunity. Just some department highlights that have happened in the past 13 years. Very proud of no citations for a thorough State Department audit of our special ed department. Our staff worked very hard to be completely compliant, so I thank them for all their hard work. Very pleased with our Transition Plus program, and I thank the school board, superintendent for supporting bringing that program to our Westonka campus. Also, we increased co-located mental health therapy significantly, and that's provided now by Relate Services. We have a robust ADSYS program, and I'm extremely proud of our Special Ed Advisory Council. I say it's the best one in the state. I'd like to thank some people. Janine Schultz, Administrative Assistant for Special Services for many years, then Sally Wolf followed her. Sally's organized, efficient, a doer, has a great sense of humor. I also want to thank Emily Rustman, Emily's Assistant Director of Special Services, and she will become the director. That's an excellent choice. She will serve Westonka well. Special Services, certified staff and paraprofessionals, you are student focused. Your heart is with your students. You work so hard. I so appreciate all the work you've done for our students. I'd also like to thank the administrative team, love working with principals, directors, coordinators. You're always student focused. You are pragmatic. And there are very few stumbling blocks where you say, we can't do this. You say, how can we do this? And it's always about what's right for students. Thank you. Also, Superintendent Kevin, you've been very supportive, special services, and the school board, moving initiatives forward, doing what's right for students. And finally, the community. If it weren't for our community being so supportive of our school system, we could not have accomplished all the things we have. So, what's next for me? I'm going to spend more time at my cabin, pick up the golf clubs again, dig in the garden more, like to take a photography class, do some travel, and not turn my alarm clock on to go off at 5 in the morning anymore. Thank you, Westonka. It's been a privilege and an honor to be your Special Services Director.